Strums a lot nice with the manifold, and last time we put this together we didn't have the coating on there.
No.
So it actually looks pretty good. Did you talk about what spring we're putting in the wastegate?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay, so we put a 25-pound spring and let it rip.
Yeah, every spring that come in the box that I could fit in the gate is in there.
That's it, all the boost.
I want to keep it closed.
Yeah, we want tons and tons of boost.
And then I'm going to run the vacuum source to the top of the gate to push it even farther.
Even more boost.
Yeah.
All the boost.
If we can get like 45 pounds,
that should make 300.
That'll make 300.
So as soon as it hits 300, we just light off the gas.
Exactly.
So it should make 300 by about 2,800 RPMs.
Yeah, that's what you want.
So
7.2.
7.2. So we're going to run.
In an MVR, that's one green spring and one red spring.
Got it. 7.2. We're going to run the boost source to the manifold. So there's a couple of different ways you can do it. You can run the key boost source to either the compressor housing or the intake manifold. Usually there is about a 1.5 pound difference, because the pressure coming out of the turbo is usually greater than the pressure here, because it goes through the intercooler, condenses the air. So one of the tricks is, let's say you're turning your boost up and you don't have a boost controller, you're at 7 pounds of boost, take the boost reference from the manifold, you'll get about 1.5 pounds more boost. Well, we're going to run a boost controller with this. The customer doesn't know that yet. He asked for a gauge. Well, we decided to not only give him a gauge, but give him the AEM True Boost, so it's a boost controller. So we're going to run the wastegate pressure for our low boost, and then use our gauge to have 1 or 2 boost settings. Alright, so I mentioned in one of the other videos, when you build something and then you start the next part of the build, something doesn't quite work out. Well, you see here, that's not good. See that? This is the pipe that we made, and it fits nice, but the radiator hose is all in its business. So we need this hose to go around here. So what I think I want to do is cut this outlet and kick this outlet maybe on a 20-degree angle, and then remake that hose. So that's what I'm going to do next. Alright, so change my hose, change my angle coming out here. Now I'm putting my hand under here, we're good to go, and it just kicks further away. But it was pushing on here, and we need to have room here. Plus the hot water would heat up this pipe a little bit. Not a big deal, but more for aesthetics and like the way it looked. This is the charge pipe. Again, to try and get the shape we wanted, we're coming out the turbo as a 2-inch and then flared up to a 2.5. It's going to go down there. It's going to go under the intake manifold and make a turn into the intercooler, which we have it temporarily mounted right now. It's on the mounts. Again, we pre-made this before we made this pipe up to here. The reason we didn't put a couple in here is so if you do look through the bumper, we didn't want to see a clamp and a pipe. Turns out you can't see, the bumper's over here. So we're going to put our coupler here. It's going to wrap around and join that charge pipe. See how nice it looks with the turbo on it. We did get all this ceramic coated. The turbo housing, the manifold, and the downpipe was all done. We had those done by AB Powder Coat. And then the pipe down there, you can't see it, the dump tube, we are going to recirculate it into the lower section of the downpipe. It's just much cleaner, much nicer, sounds better. So someone's going to say this is really close. Well, the shifter, this is as far as it goes there, so it does go away. Alright, so wheels and tires are done. Boulevard did another awesome job. Look at that, absolutely perfect. And again, good fitment. I didn't want to go with a tire that was too much the wrong size. I mean, it's got good rubber on it. It's not bulging out. It's got a little bit of a wider look, but it's not stretched or compromised in any way. This size is 205/45, is it? Sorry, 205/50/15, and these are the Proxy R888s. Alright, so I've got to build an intake for this turbo. When we build our turbo kits, I'm a big fan of running an intake. Well, I want to put the light in here for like reference. The back of the light is going to sit here. So we're going to have to build this as a pretty tight bend. It's going to compound. Compound means it's bending 2 different directions at the same time. So it's going to be bending this way and down. So it's going to be kind of a roll. And as you see, what we've got going on here is the pie cuts. This is going to be right up top and in your face, so we're going to do the same thing on that. I'll cut this connector back a little bit. I'll take it off right now, but that way I have just enough for a clamp, and then we can start our transition. Okay, so once you've cut a whole bunch of your pieces and sanded them and cleaned off the inside, you basically are going to start lining these suckers up and getting them, you know, the bend that you're looking for. Put some marks on them, tack it, and test fit it. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll tack it together and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I got a few of these tacked together right now. One thing I want to do before I get too far ahead of myself is put it on here roughly where it's going to go. Make sure the hood actually closes, because these turbos, I don't know why everyone insists on pointing these things up at the sky. You know, if this was to continue, you know, it'd be up here somewhere. When I build my manifolds, I typically try and place them closer to straight, that way the downpipe goes where, anyway. So again, let's make sure it actually fits, because I don't want to spend any more time on this if it's not going to fit. Now, with any build, it's always a compromise between perfect and expense. Well, if we was to spend all day on one little piece here, we could make it absolutely fantastic. But if you spend 10 hours on one little piece times shop time, well, everybody thinks you should do it for free, but you wouldn't have a shop anymore, and you won't be able to pay the people, and you know, you won't have lights. So it's always that compromise. I always lean towards doing the quality part, and I've lost my tail so many times on these builds, but that's what keeps you here next week, next year. If you're concerned about making the maximum profit today, well, you're not thinking about next week and next year. So, you know, maybe that's one of the keys to success. Not trying to say we're successful by any means, but I have been doing this for 21 years, and the power's always been on, the lights have always been on, and I've always done the right thing by my customers and my build. So I guess that is what you'd consider success. So let's make sure this hood fits. And good thing is there's a big open space here. I'll close the hood, climb under here, see if I can get my hand in here so I can feel better. Well, it's nice I don't have to lay on the ground. We have a headlight hole here, which I would almost call that a relief hole, because not only can I see what's going on, I'm relieved it fits. You can see actually above the pipe there. Well, the hood's not all the way down, but it's gonna go about there, and I've got a good 2 inches above it, so I feel a lot better about that. Let me put the camera there so you can see it. Hopefully don't drop my camera. Stick the light in there just so people can see it. See that? I know someone's gonna look at it and say it looked like 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, room for days. Put one more high on here. You see I've got the same degree on here, but the headlight is going to be here. Get a headlight, put it in, make sure it's going to fit. So that's where the headlight's gonna go. That bolt's not gonna stay, by the way. Somebody's gonna point that out. Thumbs down, bolt sucks. Lost my filter. What did I do with it? Just out a piece of tube and a filter. If you knew how many times a day I do that, I build something, put it down, walk away, come back, it's gone. I either go, George, you see that piece of metal I was working with? Spend 10 minutes looking for it, go start building another one. As soon as you build the other one, it shows up. Oh, look at that! Room for days. I could even come further back here. See, now here's the other thing I'm looking at, and again, I'm trying to look at this without being like too OCD. Let me show you what I got going on here. So I got segment, everything looks uniform here. We've got uniform here. I'm not trying to look at the other charge pipe, by the way, it's already in the back of my head. But if we do a big straight section, let's say we go segment, huge long piece, it doesn't look balanced. You know, this looks one way, this looks another. I don't want to do just spaghetti just for no reason, but I want it to look balanced. So I can't have this really any longer. So I've really got to bring 2 more segments in here because the filter looks out of place here. It should really be over in this hole. So just to kind of fill in the blanks, just to make it look a little bit better, I want to build a couple of more segments and go this way and back again, just, you know, just for the fancy part of it. And again, just to stick this filter, because there it doesn't look like, it looks like we run out of pipe. Over here looks better, right? Yeah? Yeah, so we need extra 3 inches or like 1.25 inches. I need, give it 4 more pies. You know what happens at times like this? You ready? Hey Siri, text I'm running about 20 minutes late, honey.
Your message says, I'm running about 20 minutes late, honey. Ready to send it?
Yes.
Okay, I'll send it.
Now I know your Siri just went off when I said that. You just hate that. It does it to me. I'm previewing my own video. I hear myself say that, my phone stops and does whatever I just told it to do. To do pie cuts. One of them because you want welding practice and you have an abundance of saw blades. 2 because you can't get a bend tight enough that's already pre-made and you can't get that radius. And 3 for the ooh and the R factor. So why are we doing it? Probably all 3. get out of here.